What's up, people? Welcome back to Invest with T Claus. My name is Tevi, and this channel is dedicated to my investment journey, along with coverage on crypto, Tesla, Neo, Virgin Galactic, and ChargePoint. Come for the information and stay for the perspective. So it's crazy to think that we are officially in October. This year is flying by. Before we dive into Virgin Galactic specifically, it's worth noting that the overall market, generally speaking, trended down in both August and throughout September. The SP 500 benchmark peaked at the end of July with a year-to-date gain then of nearly 20%. From there, it lost 5% in August and another nearly 5% in September, reducing the year-to-date gain to now 11.68%. The reason I'm providing this context is this: the SP 500 is made of profitable companies, right? Despite that fact, half of the gains at the index level were erased over the past couple of months. With that in mind, Virgin Galactic is a non-profitable company and a high-risk investment at that. And so it's not that surprising that despite having made a new all-time low at the start of September, the stock went even lower as the rest of the market dipped. So it's natural to wonder, did we finally bottom? That's the question I will try and answer. And so in today's video, I'll go over the latest news around Virgin Galactic, then take a look at the technicals to get a sense of where we are likely to go next. And I'll close with where I stand as far as buying, holding, or selling. As always, this is not to be taken as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is my personal approach to investing and a thought process behind it. I'd recommend watching all the way through so that you don't miss out on any pertinent information I'll be sharing. Drop this video a like if you haven't already, and smash that subscribe button. Those are two easy ways to show your support to the channel and help it grow if you appreciate the content. All right, let's get into it. So the question is, did we finally bottom? There are a few things to consider when trying to answer this question. First, are there any upcoming catalysts? We have two to look forward to at this point. We are now 1 month away from the next Virgin Galactic earning call. Results are set to be announced on November 1st, and it's reasonable to expect a year-over-year improvement in revenue given the sustained flight cadence throughout the quarter. Quarter-over-quarter improvement and earning per share will be dependent on the rate of cash burn, but overall, given the conservative guidance provided during the last earning call, I'd say that they have positioned themselves nicely to either meet or beat expectations. Speaking of monthly flight cadence, the crew of Galactic 4, which is the second catalyst here, has been announced. So we have astronaut 17, who is from the United States, astronaut 18 is from the United Kingdoms, and astronaut 19 is from Pakistan, making this the first person to fly to space from that country. That's history being made here, and that's pretty cool. This continues Virgin Galactic's mission to diversify access to space. This crew is still set to fly out next week on Tuesday, October 5th. Having some near-term catalysts to look forward to can help provide a target for traders and build momentum, and that's a positive. Next, let's take a look at the stock performance and the technicals. The last time I covered Virgin Galactic, the stock was down 34.20%. We've since then made another new all-time low at $1.57, which brought us at that time to a year-to-date loss of just over 53%, which is a lot, right? Thankfully, we recovered a bit since then. The stock closed this week at $1.80 for a weekly gain of 4.65%. But even with that, we're still sitting at a year-to-date loss of 48.28%. Now, looking at the chart, the one thing that stands out, this is the longest period of time, right? We have seen Virgin Galactic stock remain in the oversold zone. As a reminder, an RSI of 30 and below is considered oversold. Typically, you would expect the stock to rebound reasonably quickly after hitting the oversold zone, and that's typically a couple of days or a week. You can see that play out time and time again at various points since the stock went public. But instead, this go around, the Virgin stock got utterly destroyed in August and even more so in September. Yes, the overall market trended down, and that's part of the reason why I provided that context at the start of the video, but there's more to it. If you look at investor positioning, you can see that there was an increase in short positions from August to September. About a 3.5 million share increase. Essentially, traders took advantage of the downward trending macro and forcibly pushed the stock lower to capitalize on it. Interestingly enough though, as we close out the month and the overall market stabilized, so did Virgin Galactic. And not just that, we have exited the oversold zone. RSI is now sitting at 33.71. The nice thing about being at the bottom of this channel is there is room to move up with these upcoming catalysts. So what does this all mean for me? Fundamentally, nothing has changed in the level of execution Virgin Galactic has demonstrated over the past couple of months, right? And frankly, the execution continues to be stellar as they continue the monthly flight cadence. As the broader market gains clarity on where interest rate will close out the year, we've come down enough at this point that a rally into year end is more likely than a sustained downtrend, right? So do I believe that Virgin Galactic will hit double digit by the end of the year? No, I don't. Do the upcoming near-term catalysts for Virgin Galactic present an opportunity for a move higher throughout October? Yes, I believe so. The reason being that continuing to short the stock would be less lucrative than following the market momentum and expanding the trading range higher, right? So with that in mind, I am of the belief that we've established a new local bottom. So long as the overall market doesn't move lower, I would expect to hover around the $1.60 to $2 range with upside potential. In my last video, I told you that we could potentially drop lower, and that was when we were hovering around the low $2 range. I also told you that if that weakness continued, I would start adding again. Over the past month, I've added 1,000 shares, bringing my total share count to 4,500. The longer we stay at this level, the easier it'll make it for me to rebuild my position and lower my average cost. I said this before, but I'll say it again. Every successful flight that Virgin Galactic logs adds to the confidence in the flight technology platform they've built. That confidence is what will help positively shift the analyst outlook on the stock and ultimately drive investors back to it. At the end of the day, what I keep in mind is that the leadership team at Virgin Galactic, including Richard Branson, didn't spend the past decade refining the flight system in the pursuit of ushering a new industry, only to give up at the 11th hour. The shift in sentiment around the stock is poised to happen for the better over the coming year. Personally, I'm positioning myself accordingly right now. But on that note, that is it for me today. If you found value in my content, click the like button and share with others who you think could also benefit from it. For my newcomers, subscribe. It's free. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you too can stay in the know. I'll be back on Sunday for my weekly video. Till then, you can keep up with me here on Twitter for crypto and NFT related news. Thank you for watching. Stay humble, hustle hard, and I'll see you in the next one.